Hello there. I want to present TunnelHub.io, the integration platform built by developers, to developers. Our goal is to enable you to create integrations easier and faster with our tools. First, we will log into our demo account to start our tour. You must inform your tenant ID or start typing your account name. Select the company from the search field and enter your login and password. Now that we are in, let's learn some fundamentals. Let's start with environments. Within TunnelHub, creating multiple isolated environments as necessary in the Environments menu is possible. 2 environments as created by default, one for development and one for production. Environments are logically isolated and allow settings and monitoring logs to be separated. Users can also have limited access to specific environments for better management. Now, let's take a look at users. You can create many users as necessary, but before, it is essential to understand what the existing user types are. Administrator has access to all functionalities. Common user has all access except to creating new users and modifying company settings. Limited user only have access to monitoring integrations and APIs previously released by a regular user or administrator. All users are created and authenticated using AWS Cognito and all robust security features. Now, let's see what packages are. Packages are logical units for grouping items together within the TunnelHub platform. They have no function or influence within the runtime but are extremely useful in screen filters and can be used both in definitions and monitoring to see specific automation. Now, let's see what systems are. Systems are information repositories used in external connections within automation. As values constantly change depending on the environment, such as a server address or username and password, it is essential that this information was externalized and not fixed in our integrations code. For the data of a system to be available in the automation execution environment, it needs to be explicitly assigned to automation. Now, let's see our main component that combines all previous components, automations. Automations are integrations with complex data flow, which can have the following triggers: webhooks, email, scheduling. It is also possible to register dynamic parameters available during execution. You can use it to keep variable parameter data that can change according to the environment or are frequently modified to avoid changes in the source code. Automations also has an internal deployment control, with the entire history of deployments of integration available, with the responsible user and date and time of deployment. The transport button for transporting between environments generates a transport request containing the automation, package, and all assigned systems, along with the previously registered parameters. Transport requests must be approved on the target system to be effective. Automations have a detailed log integrated with our SDK. All log data generated has a configurable expiration time and the retention period in the days field, ranging from 0 to 30 days. Monitoring. In any integration, the most important thing, besides the integration working, of course, is being able to monitor it and be notified in case of errors. We created several resources to abstract this in the simplest way possible for developers and end users. We have the main log returned by the tool with all processed records and error messages. All log columns are based on the metadata definition and the data extraction return. All fields are filterable through the fields at the top of the table. If there are many records, you may need to download the records in CSV to analyze them in tools such as Excel or Google Sheets. If the result has more than 10,000 lines, the system will start a new background task and, when finished, will be available in the top menu, in the alerts icon. We also have the trace section, where is saved the more technical logs, that represents the output of the console.log commands executed during the integration. By default, flows have automatic logs that measure the time of each step and the total execution time. Other traces are up to the integration developer. The platform can send automatic notifications in case of an error. To do this, click Add and set the notification address and language. The email will not contain the logs for security reasons but will send a direct link to the monitoring log. Check our documentation at docs.tunnelhub.io for more implementation details. Register now a free account and start building better integrations.